What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Best Damn Deck here on TCG University, UniVersus podcast. My name's Tam, and today I'm going to be telling you why I believe Xianghua is the best damn deck in UFS. Now, in order to continue the rest of this video, I'm positive I'm going to get her name wrong, so we're going to refer to her as X from now on. The reason I believe X the best damn deck in the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what they do, what she does, why this interaction is good, interesting interactions with the character, my overcoming her weaknesses, and then my final thoughts on the character as a whole. So let's jump into what does she do. She's a 7-hand size character with 19 life. R twice per turn. After an attack is blocked, you may play one attack with a printed damage of 3. No check necessary. Wow. After this attack resolves, you may not play a reversal to this attack. As there's a lot there, we'll talk about it. And then enhance twice per turn, your attack gets stun 1. So what does she do? What does she do? She takes and punishes your opponent for playing cards. She will block with this cool thing, play a card out of her hand for free. So as long as she can play the block, she automatically passes the attack. She gets stun 1, and then she has her support that increases that stun rating. And so the main thing that she does is she plays a cool attack, puts a little bit of pressure on, and then commits out my opponent's whole board. So this character is a 7-hand size character, so she builds really well so that she can block, plays a couple attacks, stuns out your whole board, and just ends your turn so that she can keep playing the game. Then the big thing about her, we'll talk about the responses real fast, is no check necessary. So that is a really important ability because of the fact that, like, sometimes playing these really rad reversals, sometimes you're playing like 5 difficulty reversals with 3 damage, right? Like if we look at a windmill punch out of Liu Kang's support, X just takes and says that card has multiple, and she stuns out a whole bunch. Like that card is like 20 damage by itself. It's insane. So why is her character card good? Let me tell you why. So she is a 7-hand size character. She inherently overcommits my opponent by making them block the reversal and slash or having some really powerful stun abilities. If you look at her asset, Krita Yuga, it says enhance, this attack gets +2 to its stun rating. So as Xianghua, she can turn any 3 damage attack into a stun 1 attack, including something like Skull Barrier or the Windmill Punch that I talked about, or a Swallow Your Soul. And then from there, it increases its stun rating by 2, and so now this card has a stun 3 at minimum, and some of her support itself has stun already. So like if you had played a lower Great Wall, it actually has like stun 5 on it with Xianghua, with stun 2 and then stun 3 off of respectively. And so she's a really a good character to play on both my turn and your turn, as long as I have the cards to fuel it in my hand. So this is just really good for constant pressure. You always feel like it's your turn. You always feel like you're playing the game. They never get a turn. X is she's just really selfish that way. Interesting interactions with this character. So there are a ton. Because of Lilith's support, which you'll find another best damn deck here one day. She has access to a plethora of 3 damage attacks underwater. Not to mention all of her support takes these little baby 3 damage attacks and makes them monstrous. Like 3 damage is nothing when you look at Goro, another best damn deck. But when you turn your 3 damage stun 3 to 5 attacks into stun 3 with 5 speed, and it's got like 12 damage, if Goro plays all 4 cards and you're able to block respond, you'll just kill him, right? Like, being able to throw these 12 damage attacks means that your opponent has to do stuff with them, and in order to block these really fast, low damage attacks, they have to commit out more cards, and they can't because you've stunned them, and like it's just some crazy stuff. In addition to that, she plays the air symbol really well because she has access to a lot of readying foundations. If we look back to that same Krita Yuga, it has an enhance that says, enhance, ready a foundation, your printed 3 damage attack gets 3 damage. You can play that twice. And so she gets to ready a bunch of stuff in order to help her block easier, and then you play the attack for free and then stun them out a bunch, and then you block another thing because we've readied a couple more foundations, and then you punish them, stun them out again, and you smack them for at least 20. And that's only if we stick with her 3 damage kit. So she only gets that response twice. And she does say enhance twice per turn. Your attack gains stun 1. So you could play any attack in the game. You could play a fatality and give it stun 1, and they can't do anything about it. Crit Yuga increases the stun by 2, and you stun them out. It does not have to be a printed 3 damage attack. A lot of people give big shout outs to Kevin Broberg. He actually has been playing X with a Forbidden Moon set and giving that stun. Bouncing a card to their hand, stun 3, and then he can play some more really good stuff and just throw some crazy damage attacks. And then, if we talk about it, R twice per turn after an attack is blocked, that includes your roam. So the things that he's doing is he's playing this really scary attack, and then he's following up with 2 pot shots that he doesn't have to check for. So he gets to keep his staging area ready for on his opponent's turn. He block and then reversals. I'll use the air quotes there. Reversals, and punishes you that way. Just some really, really stellar stuff. I guess there's just a lot of really cool damage pumping in X. The biggest thing interaction-wise with her, I gotta say, is just Lilith stuff. She does a lot of damage stuff. X does a lot of damage stuff. Under Void, there's not too terribly much. Void and Water share a lot of symbols, so I wouldn't necessarily peek into that. But hey, maybe you can find something with upcoming sets coming out. Overcoming the weakness. She's a 19 health character. She's a 19 health, and she inherently wants to have a bunch of cards in her hand. And these 3 symbols don't necessarily draw all that much, except for like Let's Cut Loose under air. But like at the same time, like maybe it's probably not enough, right? So in order to use her R twice per turn ability on your opponent's turn, she has to have at least 4 cards, which means she's only built 3, which means she's technically going to stay behind unless you have abilities that add or draw cards to your hand, which under these symbols, like I said, we just don't have them very much. And so you've got like a 19 damage or 19 health character trying to be as aggressive as possible, and sometimes she just gets back swung, right? And then at the same time, like, let's say that she does not get there. Let's say she does not get her combo pieces out. She does not get the Krita Yuga. She does not get the Lilith support in order to pump her attack. She doesn't get her Gateway Shuffles to pump her attacks. She has no inherent damage bump on her character. And so without these other card effects in order to seal the deal, sometimes she just hits you for 6. And then you go, okay, well, here's 30. Deal with it. And so it is possible if Xianghua does not see the right combo pieces that she does not quite get there. So my final thoughts on Xianghua being the best damn deck. She's incredibly good. When you sit down across from a Xianghua, you're probably just going to die. You'll probably die on turn 2, or if somebody's found some hidden sauce that maybe even I don't know about, it's possible we could take and stretch this character out, like always having blocks as long as you can like there's cards like Yin and Yang that say after you block with it, add a combo attack to your hand. So you add a windmill punch to your hand, and heck, the windmill punch is so play. This should be up in interesting interactions. Windmill punch is a multiple 3 card that after you play your multiple, the multiples fall out of your card pool. And so by itself, it's like 20 damage. And 20 damage stun 6, and that's without any other damage pumps with like Krita Yuga or whatever. And so it's a really, really good card. You've got Ice Ball out of Sub-Zero support. I believe that's the right one, where it says if it's not blocked, commit and seal your opponent's character. And so you Ice Ball them, and they have to block, and then you get to Xianghua for free and Xianghua for free because they have to keep blocking your chains. Or you can Ice Ball on your opponent's turn, right? I block a card, Ice Ball, and then they have to block my card. Like she puts a lot of choice pressure on that is just really, really strong. She's a really cool reversal without playing the reversal keyword character. And yeah, that's why I think Xianghua is the best damn deck in UniVersus. Thank you, guys.